But this idea that you should only perform the exercises you enjoy, or that every set of every workout should be fun, okay, if your goal is to maximize your potential and achieve the best results that you can, then that is straight up bullshit. What's up guys, Sean Nalawani, RealScienceAthletics.com, and in this video today I want to give you 7 signs that you, yes, you are not training hard enough in the gym if you want to gain muscle to your full potential. And these are not going to be technical things related to RPE or RIR or progressive overload, and they have nothing to do with muscle pump or burn or soreness, since for the most part those are not reliable indicators for effective hypertrophy training. Okay, today I want to just give you some simple direct signs, okay, subtle things based on my own lifting experience and from coaching other people and just from observing other people in the gym that indicate that you probably aren't pushing yourself hard enough and that you need to dig a bit deeper and increase your overall effort level. And since effort is the primary factor, it's the most baseline stimulus for gaining muscle that everything else gets built on top of, it's critical that you make sure that your effort level is landing in the right zone. Otherwise, you might just be wasting your time altogether, or at the very least, progressing at a much slower rate than you're truly capable of. And some of these might sound a little bit weird, but I'm being 100% serious with all of these. And let me know down below in the comments as you watch this if you agree with these or if you have any to add of your own. All right, the first sign that you're not training hard enough is that you're performing your sets without any moment of pause beforehand. So maybe you're thinking about something unrelated, or you're checking your phone, or you're having a conversation with someone in the gym or whatever, and then without any hesitation, you just grab the weight and start pumping out your reps. Now, if you're truly training with the level of focus and the level of effort that's necessary for optimal muscle growth, then you shouldn't be just mindlessly jumping into your sets like that. You should need a brief moment to pause, to clear your mind, to mentally prepare for what you're about to do, and to establish exactly what your goal is with the upcoming set. So what did you do in the previous workout for this particular set? And what is your goal this time? You know, which muscles are you trying to target? Are there any form cues that you need to remind yourself of here? How close to failure are you aiming to go? I'm not saying that you need to analyze every set to death, but there should be a quick 5 to 10 second mental preparation before each set where you're clearing your head of distractions and you're honing in on exactly what it is that you're trying to accomplish. The second sign that you're not training hard enough is that you never feel any sense of nervousness at all before any of your sets. In my opinion, if you're really truly exerting yourself with a high enough level of effort, then on at least some sets, some of the time, or even entire workouts some of the time, you should feel a little bit anxious beforehand because you know that what you're about to do is going to be very difficult and very uncomfortable. If I'm about to do, say, a high rep compound leg exercise to failure, or even just very close to failure, I genuinely feel nervous before I do that. I'll usually have to sit there for a little bit to gather myself and get just the right song on my playlist. My heart rate will noticeably increase before I even start the set because I know that this is going to be really physically and mentally tough. So if you can't relate at all to what I just said, if you never feel that sensation ever, if you're always just perfectly happy and content to perform your next set regardless of the exercise or the muscle group or how much weight you're lifting, then you're probably not training hard enough in the overall picture for maximum gains. Now, I'm not saying you should feel this way all the time, but on at least some sets, some of the time, especially on those big compound exercises, especially for leg training where you're going really close to failure or even all the way to failure, or maybe where you're going for some sort of important PR, unless you're a legit masochist who enjoys pain, you should be a little bit anxious at least some of the time. The third sign that you're not training hard enough is that you've never been in enough discomfort on those last few reps of a set where the thought enters your mind, why the fuck am I doing this to myself? Is this even worth it? Now, some people might not agree with this one. If you just genuinely have insane levels of motivation and very high pain tolerance and gaining muscle is an all-consuming passion for you, then maybe you never question things at all. But in my experience, I know I'm really giving my all when sometimes here and there, the physical and mental discomfort reaches a high enough level to where my brain basically just gets hijacked by it and starts pumping out all these conflicting thoughts to try to get me to stop. Why are you doing this to yourself? Just put the weight down and rest. Give yourself a break. This isn't necessary, etc. I think if you really are genuinely training hard, that mental battle should be taking place every now and then. Just a general sort of internal conflict where one side of your mind is urging you to stop this madness and the other side is saying, no, we're going forward no matter what, and to where you really have to dig down deep to get this side to win. The fourth sign that you're not training hard enough, and this one might sound a bit goofy, but I'm actually dead serious here, and that's that you're not making ugly ass faces on the last rep or two of your sets, at least on your more challenging, heavier compound movements. I really think that if you're able to keep your face totally relaxed and you're just chilling all the way through and you don't need to grimace and contort your expression and sort of grit your teeth because of the discomfort that you're going through and because you're really trying to reach down and find that strength to get those last couple very difficult reps, then those reps aren't really that difficult to begin with. If it's truly difficult, then it should pretty much be an automatic reaction that you can't even help. Again, at least on the more challenging exercises. All right, the fifth sign that you're not training hard enough, and this is along the same lines as the previous one, and it might sound even more out there, but again, I'm being quite serious, and that's that you never let out, let's call it, involuntary primal sounds of any kind during your sets. Now, please don't be the guy grunting loudly across the gym on every single rep of your workout, including your concentration curls, because you think that it makes you appear hardcore. But I think that if you're truly training hard, if you're really pushing your limits and having to exert yourself with maximum force to keep that weight moving, there should be some reps of some sets here and there where some type of involuntary grunt or curse word or other primal utterance, or at least an abnormally large gasp or a sigh of some kind, automatically exits your body without you even thinking about it. The sixth sign that you're not training hard enough, and this ties in with the last few points, but it's something that I commonly hear on YouTube and social media, and it's this idea that the best training program is the one you enjoy the most, or if your training isn't fun, then you're doing it wrong, or something along those lines. Now, yes, there's absolutely some truth to that, okay? If you genuinely hate every workout that you're doing, then unless you're some extreme type A, hyper-motivated outlier,
it's a hot motherfucker. Nice heat wave. Mother Nature's a pissed off motherfucker, but guess what? So am I. So who gives a fuck?
You're probably not going to stick to it. And yes, you should strive to make your training as enjoyable as you reasonably can to get the practical result that you're after. But this idea that you should only perform the exercises you enjoy, or that every set of every workout should be fun, okay, if your goal is to maximize your potential and achieve the best results that you can, then that is straight up bullshit. For any major life goal that you want to achieve, whether it's in the realm of physical fitness or business/career or athletics or whatever else, you are going to have to do some things that you don't want to do. Things that are not fun, things that are not enjoyable, things that straight up suck balls. If all of these processes were fun and enjoyable all the time, then everybody would be out there walking around peeled and shredded year round. That's just not how things work in reality. Again, if your goals are more on the general health and fitness side, to achieve a decent physique and some decent strength gains, that's totally fine. And yeah, you can probably make the vast majority of your training fun in that case. But if we're talking about those people who really want to push the envelope and take their bodies up into, let's say, that top 1 to 2% zone, I would say that if you're genuinely enjoying every set of every exercise of every workout, then you're just training too far within your comfort zone. And then the last sign that you're not training hard enough relates to after the workout is over. So how do you feel? Do you truly feel like you gave your best effort? Can you clearly feel that the muscles you worked are significantly disrupted from what you just did? Do you feel a clear sense of mental accomplishment? Was the workout difficult enough that you're actually looking forward to going home and relaxing now? In my experience, I can tell a lot about my effort level based on the sort of general feel of that post-workout period. If I really, truly pushed myself hard, then usually once the workout is finished, I'll feel a pretty strong post-workout high. Those feel-good endorphins will really be flowing. I'll actually be glad that the workout is over. I know that I did enough, so there's no sense that maybe I could have done more. I just know that I'm done, and all I want to do now is go home and eat and chill out, basically. And when I do go home to eat and chill out, that post-workout high is still going, and I just feel generally accomplished and happy with the effort that I gave. Now, this is something that's obviously going to vary depending on what exact workout you're doing, whether it's a heavy lower body day, let's say, versus whatever maybe your easiest workout for the week is, and it might vary depending on where you are in a training cycle, but you get the general point here. After your workout, do you really feel like you worked out, or do you just feel like it was a minor blip in your day and you could just go ahead and do a bunch more physical activity right after? If it's the latter, then you're probably not training hard enough. There should be an obvious sensation in the hours after your workout that you significantly threw off your body's regular mode of functioning, for lack of a better term. If you found the advice in this video helpful and you want to learn exactly how to take the points covered in this video and actually apply them to a properly structured training routine, the weekly split, the exercises, sets, reps, and general execution tips, then you can check out my complete body transformation blueprint program over at quiz.seannell.com. This program will put you right onto the proper path toward your goal physique, not just in terms of training, but also covering the entire nutritional side of things as well. You can click up here for that or use the link in the description box below. When it comes to the best supplements to use in conjunction with your training and nutrition plan, you can also visit realscienceathletics.com to check out my science-based, clinically dosed formulas that I personally formulated to fully streamline your program and maximize your overall muscle building and fat burning results. The link for that is also in the description, and you can use coupon code YouTube15 to save 15% off your entire first order. And as always, make sure to hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and subscribe if you haven't already in order to stay up to date on future videos. Thanks for watching, guys, and I will see you in the next one.